So my background. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a mentor, I'm an investor, I'm a day trader, I study neuroscience, and I study personal development. That's just self-improvement, and it's the daily disciplines practiced daily to be the best version of myself that I can be for me, and also to have a positive impact unto other people. So before I became a professional trader, I was a professional affiliate marketer, generating 5 figures a week. I worked with many different networks and won many different competitions. I have a passion for the markets, and I've spent tens of thousands investing in myself for the specialized skill set in speculation. And for those of you who want to know who my mentors are, it's Jason Stapleton, Akil Stokes, Jason Greystone. Truly grateful for the opportunity to build a community of like-minded stars. And that's me, and that's you, and everyone else who wants to join the community. And help others add increase in their life, and to help advance you towards the results that you have and desire for yourself and your loved ones. It would be an honor to be part of your life and your world. Love forever and always, Phil C. So, you can go to the website here. I'm truly grateful for the opportunity to best serve others and to do the best I possibly can, adding increase in your life and helping advance you towards your commendable goals. And this is just a members area video. If you're here, you most likely have already seen that from one of my mentors here, Akil Stokes, and from one of my clients here, Russell. Is trading the markets a reality? When you truly believe in moving forward in the direction of your desire, of what you want to become, the price of investing in yourself and in your education becomes relevant. You can go over this in your own time, but what we're going to do now is jump over to the charts, because we are here to do trading. This is the Star Live Trading Room. If you cannot make the room every single day, do not worry, because these sessions are recorded. And this is my Star Prosper coffee mug. Not available yet, but will be. Working on adding a store to the members area. Put this pen down because we're not marking up the charts with a pen. We are going to use our desktop computer here. Don't worry about this. This is just a Bitcoin chart. And, I don't day trade Bitcoin, but I do invest in Bitcoin. So I'm keeping an eye on certain levels throughout Bitcoin's journey. Let's go through the 9-pair portfolio here. Starting off with the daily time frame. So what we'll do is at London Market Open is we start the stream, we go through my portfolio, and what this is designed to do is take a look over the shoulder of how we go about identifying certain trades, getting ourselves involved in certain trades by knowing our risk to reward and applying our money management correctly, and growing our equity curve. Excuse me. And we'll go through my 9-pair portfolio because that's what I trade. And then we'll take a look at the daily, the 4-hour, and the 1 hour, and sometimes the 15-minute. I try to keep most of my trades on the 1 hour time frame because that is my trading time frame. But of course, we will take a look at most of the time frames here and see what we can come up with. Now, in terms of coming up with what is we're going to take all the things that you have access to inside the members area and apply them to the charts in a live trading environment. Because it's one thing to sit down, study and learn, etc. But it's another thing to take all of that and add it into a live market environment. It's one thing to practice something over and over again, but until we put that into action, until we apply it with our hands, know it by heart, and actually do it so it becomes an experience, it's hard to see how that's going to play out over time and then sharpen our skills and hone in on actually doing it with discipline every single day, so we start to see those results from everything that is inside the education area. What did I just say? Well, it's one thing to study it and go through the training videos, but it's another thing to add it to the live charts when nothing is drawn for you already. Okay, this is the euro dollar. Then we'll take a look at euro yen, and then pound dollar, pound yen, dollar yen, sometimes dollar CAD, depending. I sometimes use that as a training ground. And then the Aussie dollar, Aussie yen, Kiwi dollar, and Kiwi yen. Basically what I'm looking at here. Now you will see, in terms of trading, you will see a lot of pattern trading going on here, because that is kind of what I tend to focus on. That generates me the best results, and results is the name of the game. Without results, I won't have any profits. Without profits, well, you know, I can't do this as a profession. So I stick to what I know, and I've back tested the patterns. I've traded the patterns. I know the patterns, comfortable with patterns, and patterns equal profits. So we stick with those. This on the daily time frame, we have, and again, all of this is inside the training material. We have price action coming down, and we broke and closed below, looking left, these lows right here. Okay, so we have a new structure low. Now, if we know that history tends to repeat itself, and if it does so, we come all the way up here and test the lows looking left, then we know from history, when price action reaches this point, there's a likely, not guarantee, there's a high likely probability that price action is going to react from this level. So if price action comes all the way up into this structure level right here, there's a high likelihood that we will get a bounce from this level. Price action comes up into this structure zone, we may get a rejection from this level. It doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes price action just blows right through that level, doesn't respect that level at all, and then we look for the next high right here. We look for the next level looking left. And each time we identify these levels, we need a plan of attack, because without a plan, you're going to trade purely based on emotions. If you trade purely based on emotions, this is where 90% of people get tripped up when it comes to trading. You're going to react consistently in the markets. Now, if you emotionally react consistently in the markets without a plan, you're not oriented towards anything, because there's no structure in order to your trading, and you're just going to knee-jerk every reaction and then go to the trading chat rooms and read up on what's going on and listen to the news, and then that's going to influence your trading decisions, and you're going to be stuck in this cycle like a washing machine. And you just get stuck in this loop, and it's hard to break out of that. All your actions are influenced, and then you're going to lose a little bit of money here, then you're going to lose a lot of money, then you're going to try and get that money back, and you still don't have a plan of attack. You still don't know that what you're trading actually produces a profit over time. You're so much money down now, so you start to double up and triple up, and then you continue this washing cycle. you continue this loop. Now, we want to get out of that. We want to break that habit. So every level that we're looking at, we want to know if, again, because the market's not perfect, if price action reaches this level, then I'm going to do this. So for example, if we have a Fibonacci swing high to swing low and down here, and we know that if price action does break through this level, doesn't respect that level, we need to look for the next level. Where most likely are we going to go? Look left, structure. So right up here. These would be, if I copy and paste like this, these highs here would be our next level that we're paying attention to. Now, if this is our zone that we want to pay attention to, we want to look for potential trade opportunities, right? Now, if we're pattern traders, then I need to look for entries, stops, and targets. So if price action does this, then I want to do that. Now, if I'm consistent this way, and I respond to the market all the time, instead of trading by cause and effect, reacting all the time, we are going to begin to start causing an effect, right? So we don't want the Newtonian model of trading. Newtonian's just the predictable. We don't want to react, and continue to lose all the time. No, we want to respond, right? So if price action reaches this level, then I want to respond. I want to cause an effect. I want to respond with entry, stops, and targets. And if I tested those entry, stops, and targets over time, if price action behaves in this way over time, and it produces a profit because I have good risk to reward, then all I need to do is trade that with discipline every single day. All I have to do is respond the same way every single time. So now we have a habit. We cultivated a new habit with daily disciplines practiced daily that are going to help us in terms of provide us profit instead of hurt us, which would be negative. We don't want that. We don't want to keep giving money and donating money to the markets. So instead of cause and effect, we want to begin to cause an effect, and we can do that with a trading plan. If price action does move to the high side here at 886, this would complete, oops, don't want to do that. This would complete a potential, remember nothing's an absolute, potential bat pattern. So X to A to B, let's say right here, B to C, and C to D right there. So price action coming down, giving us our impulse leg, and then we come all the way up, minimum test of a 382, we hit the 50%, and then we get another Fibonacci retracement like this, and then we come down like so, hit the 50, and then if price action moves all the way up to the high side here at the 886, then we have a completed bat pattern opportunity, right? So this trade opportunity would be valid in the form of a completed bat pattern. If price action hits the 886, then we enter, okay? So we would enter at the 886, stops would go at the 113 right there, and targets, remember, entry, stops, and targets. Targets is a Fibonacci retracement from swing low all the way up into swing high, right here. Target 1 is at the 382, and target 2 is at the 618. And then we have just over 1-to-1 risk to reward here. Well, I actually have really good risk to reward. Like this. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's do it like this. So that's target 1. Let's target 2. Copy and paste this. Drag it up here. And then move that down, you see? And that would be red. And that would be green. Can you see that? No, let's keep it blue. Yeah, so we have a really good risk to reward here. Now, if the bat pattern completes and has a good win ratio at 52 to 55%, and we have this risk to reward, then it doesn't take a genius to figure out that over time we are going to have more money than we are losses, right? We're going to gain more than we lose. So if we're over 50% accurate on a bat pattern here, and we always have a risk to reward that is better than a 1-to-1 and a 2-to-1 on target 2, right? Because with patterns, let me tell you this, that most of the time it hits target 2 30 to 40% of the time. So it's a pretty good idea, and that's why I trade 2 contracts every single time I take a pattern trade. Right. But you can see that over time, if you traded this consistently, you would begin to make money at this. You would begin to see positive results. And that's what I want for you. That's the goal, especially for this month. That's why I want people to see this day in and day out and use the training and education material that we have. So you can start building the belief that you can be a trader and you will be a trader. Because if you follow everything in the education that we have, and you do the activities, which is the most important part, which is actually taking action. If you do the activities, then I can promise you the attainment of what you want out of this, being a profitable trader, is absolutely inevitable. But it requires doing the work, investing the time to understand it, doing the activity steps, practice, 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 testing your strategies and your plan, and then trading it with discipline day in and day out. That's all it takes. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. It really doesn't. This is simple and easy to do. What does that mean? It means something that you can do. If you're watching me now, then you have the tools already to follow the education, do the action steps, implement it, and actually start seeing the results. You already have that. The number one thing that you need to do now is just decide that you're going to do it. Decide that you're going to invest the time. Decide that you're going to do the action steps and do the work. Decide to test it and then go out and trade that live every single day and start getting those results. And I tell you that you will build the belief that you can do it. The old cliche saying, but it's true, if I can do it, you can do it. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. You will see that throughout the training, and I know that you can do it. I believe in you. I just need you to believe in you. And you can make this work. But that is all that's required. Having a strategy and a plan. You don't have to go to the news or go to chats or forums or ask your neighbor or whatever, or listen to other people talk about this and that or what's going on in the world. It doesn't matter. And I tell you why. You cannot go historically and backtest those events. You don't need to do that. I'm living proof of that, and so there are millions of other people who are profitable at this. All it takes is an understanding, knowing the language of the markets, having a strategy that produces you, that has a win ratio that is good, with risk to reward that's in your favor, and to do it every single day. Right, so that's what we're looking at on the Eurodollar daily time frame. If then, back to what we were saying earlier, we can begin causing an effect. That's what we want to do every single day, because we want to earn money with this. We want to earn profits over time by doing this. And I know that a lot of you here watching this now want this as a profession for you. So let's take a look at the 1 hour.